Hey, wrestling fans, welcome to the One Winged Wrestling Podcast, where two wrestling elitists discuss or review AEW events and wrestling news from around the world. At One Winged Wrestling, our motto is "We go where the elite goes." My name's Krishna and I'll be your host tonight, and joining me as usual is Mr. Bill Cutbush. Bill, how's it going?
Hello there. I'm doing quite well, thanks. Thanks for asking. For those of you who don't know what we do here at One Winged Wrestling, we give our impressions of what we think, the expectations we have for tonight's matches in AEW Dynamite, the impressions, where we think it's going to go, that kind of thing. Then, like the rest of you, we're going to go watch the show. When it's over, we're going to come back and we're going to find out, did tonight's matches meet our expectations? Did all the things that we were excited about happen? Or did it go off the rails somewhere? We'll discuss. And most importantly, we're going to be looking for those moments, those things, those matches, those people. Could they reach that all-important level, the Omega level? So far, we haven't got there.
And I'm always going to ask the same question. Can a show without Kenny Omega reach Omega level?
We will continue to try to find out.
You know what? Sounds good to me. So why don't we kick this off? What's the first, or potentially the first match on the card, Bill?
Well, the first match on the list that I've got is a Owen Hart Foundation Men's Tournament Quarterfinals. Adam Cole, the Elite, versus Dax Harwood, FTR. What do you think?
I think this is probably going to be a really, well, not probably, this will be a really good match. Adam Cole versus Dax. I'm predicting we may see an upset here. Do I really think Adam Cole is going to lose? Maybe not, but if there is going to be an upset, it's going to be in this match. Dax may take it, have one of the FDR guys in the tournament going forward. But overall, I think this is good. This is going to be one of the top matches of the night. How about you?
Oh yeah. I'm hyped for this match. I mean, we've got two incredible wrestlers in the ring. Both of them wrestle in styles that I enjoy. They both know how to tell a story in the ring. I do have Adam Cole coming out on top in this one because, if you go to my tournament brackets, I've got Adam Cole going all the way to the finals, so he is going to beat Dax Harwood. But no, I have great expectations for this match tonight. I think that if there's, it actually, I think, has a chance to be the match of the night.
Yeah. Again, you might be right, and I'm thinking that you're probably right, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yes, we will, won't we? We have another Owen Hart Foundation Men's Tournament quarterfinal match. We have Darby Allen versus Jeff Hardy, because as we learned last week, they're going to have a special night.
Yeah, I'm not really into this match, to be completely honest with you. I think it won't be bad. I think it's gonna be pretty good, as long as Jeff doesn't try to do a swanton bomb. I'm thinking that the winner is going to be Darby Allen, but as we know, like Jeff is a fan favorite, but so is Darby. So I'm thinking it's gonna be Darby, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was actually Jeff.
Yeah, I'm not, this isn't exactly in my list of things I'm really looking forward to on tonight's card. I like Darby Allen. He's a really good wrestler. I like him when he's facing guys that I know can keep up with him, keep pace, etc. And I'm sure Jeff Hardy will try and do just fine. But he really is in the latter part of his career. I really hope he doesn't do a swanton. We know he's going to do a swanton. He's also going to try to kill himself in 37 different ways, trying to keep up with Darby Allen.
Yep.
This match has the potential to be very interesting. It also has the potential to be a colossal train wreck. I'm really hoping it's not the latter. I do think that Darby Allen will win this match, and he's going to go on to face Adam Cole in the semifinals.
Okay, that's a good call. Okay, what's up next?
Up next, we have the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament quarterfinals, Toni Storm versus Jamie Hayter.
I think, again, I'm not really too hyped for this match. They're not, again, Jamie Hayter, Toni Storm, they're pretty good wrestlers in general, but they're not the top tier female wrestlers in AEW by any chance. So I think this is going to be a good match. I think Hayter is going to play up the heel. Obviously, she's a big heel. She kind of plays that kind of like the heavy hitter, like heavyweight, basically. Storm is going to be playing kind of like the good guy, kind of like smaller individual in the match, kind of getting the crowd to hype her up. I kind of want Jamie Hayter to advance, but I think Toni Storm is going to win this match.
Yeah, I think she's going to win the match too. I'm also not particularly excited about it. I think it's got some interesting story potential. I'm going to tell you though, I am just glad that these poor women have been released from standing next to each other in the backstage for 3 straight weeks, doing nothing but talking to each other under a non-violence thing or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm just glad they're actually going to come out and a couple of them are going to get a chance to wrestle. So,
agreed.
I
Agreed.
mean, they did wrestle on Rampage too, but I mean, on Dynamite. So, yes, Toni Storm, Jamie Hayter, Toni Storm's going to win. Everyone keeps talking about what a great wrestler Toni Storm is. She's decent, but I
Yeah.
haven't seen either on NXT or here yet where she's just that next level wrestler that everyone says she is. She has something she needs to prove to me. And every week I'm going to hope she does it, but so far, no.
Yep. No, agreed.
Yep. So now we have our first segment of the evening, MJF and Wardlow's contract signing, where the stipulations of their match at are we up to All Out? What's the next pay-per-view?
The next pay-per-view that's a good question. Is it All Out?
I don't know. I
Maybe.
just know it's the next pay-per-view.
Yeah, the next pay-per-view in May 29th.
Yes.
I'm not sure
Yes.
what it is.
I mean, all I know is what day we're getting together to watch it. I can
Mhm.
never remember anyway. It's a thing. So what do you think?
Again, as you said, it's a thing. It's sports entertainment at its finest, right? I mean, great. They're gonna come out. MJF is gonna just. By the way, we forgot to mention that tonight, AEW is in Long Island, so MJF is gonna be basically gonna get the biggest ovation possible. Wardlow's gonna get booed or potentially maybe not. Maybe they'll boo and cheer him at the same time. But it's going to be Max coming out on top tonight, regardless of what happens. Wardlow's probably going to get attacked and beaten down, and the crowd's going to go wild and just chant on Max. And yeah, it's going to be sports entertainment. Am I excited for this? No, not at all. I'm not excited for this at all. But hey, it's going to happen, and I guess it's for the Long Island fans.
Yeah, I'm mildly curious as to what the stipulations are going to be because it will dictate my level of boredom at Double or Nothing, the pay-per-view coming in May. You know what it is? It's just Kenny Omega probably won't be there. So,
yeah.
But anyway, yeah, no, you're right. MJF crowd is going to go nuts for him. Wardlow, I couldn't care less. We can move on. Speaking of sports entertainers, we have Jericho Appreciation Society's victory speech.
Yeah, I you know what? This is a type of sports entertainment I like because these guys are absolute goofballs, and they're playing up every single WWE trope you can think of, and it just works. For some reason, when Tony Khan tries to make AEW WWE, it doesn't work. But when like Chris Jericho does something like that, it just works for some reason because he has the personality and to bring it forward into the light, and everyone knows exactly what's happening, right? And everyone plays along with it. So that's why I love the fans actually play along with it. So I'm excited for this one. I think this is going to be hilarious. It's going to be at least the promo of the night, I should say. So I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, it should be pretty solid stuff. I'm also looking forward to it. It's I think it's because too, I think all the fans know, this is all done tongue in cheek.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's not like, see, when Tony Khan seems to be doing the WWE stuff, it's like he's stumbling on it by accident. And it's just, oh, this kind of has a bad feel to it. This is bringing back the trauma I had of years of Raw,
Yep.
This is different. This is just plain fun, taking something that, is not meant to be serious and treating it that way. So, yeah, it's going to be a good time. I look forward to seeing what Daniel Garcia has to say.
Same.
Speaking of an interesting fact that they're on Long Island, do you remember the last time they were in Long Island and who fought MJF?
Was it John Silver who fought him?
No, it was CM Punk.
CM Punk. That's right, and CM Punk
And he was
lost.
booed out of the
Yeah.
building
Yep.
and he
Yep.
lost. Well, tonight they bring back CM Punk to the same building to fight hometown
Town
boy
and
John Silver.
agreed
It's like they want a city
to
where
hate
CM Punk will be hated.
hated, and you're totally right. And CM Punk's gonna win this match. John Silver is gonna go off on his like crazy like attacks that he does in succession. I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be fun because CM Punk's gonna totally play up the heel in this match, and he's gonna get booed out of Long Island. So I'm looking forward to this match. I think it's gonna be good.
Yes, yeah, me too. I love CM Punk, so yeah, anything with CM Punk for me is good to watch, and it's going to be a great match. John Silver is phenomenal in the ring. CM Punk is great in the ring. Um, CM Punk's good at storytelling. John Silver, well, he's great in the ring. Um, so I'm sure we will have a good match, and I think you're right. It's going to be the kind of thing where CM Punk gets to play up the heel side of his personality, which is always a good thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. So then we move on to the FTW Championship match. Ricky Starks versus Jungle Boy.
Yeah, this is going to be the match of the night. Like, who cares about the FTW title? Ricky Starks and Jungle Boy just going at it. Like, I can already see how fast paced it's going to be, high flying, and entertaining. This is definitely going to steal the show. Because these two are just great wrestlers and they're just gonna go. Hopefully there's gonna be like no outside interference. I know I'm saying that right now, but guaranteed there's gonna be outside interference from like Hobbs. And hopefully Christian just doesn't show up, but like Luchasaurus is gonna try to help and stuff like that. But yeah, this is gonna be my match of the night. I'm almost certain. How about you?
You can see it now, right? Jungle Boy coming out for his match. He gets jumped by Hobbs and beaten down, and Christian has to take his place.
Oh my god. No, no. I'll turn the TV
Still
off.
match of the night. Yeah.
Nope.
Anyway, no, I think you're right. It's going to be a really high flying, really fast paced, really fun match. I think it does have potential to be the match of the night. I'll be watching this one versus the Adam Cole Dax Harwood match for my match of the night. But I think you're right. It's going to have everything that we can we just get rid of the FTW championship? Like, seriously.
Or as I said before, or make it something. Make
Well,
it
yeah,
actually
make
mean
it something. But I think the problem right now is you have the FTW championship. You have a million other belts too. Like
Yeah.
they're defending ROH titles now on
Yep.
AEW.
Yeah.
There's just too many belts.
Too
No
many,
one
yeah.
cares about the FTW championship. I
Yeah.
mean, no one cared about it before ROH. You're right. Either make it mean something or
Or get rid of
just
it.
stop. Because I
Agreed.
mean, you don't need a championship for it to be Ricky Starks versus Jungle
No.
Boy.
True. True.
Yep. And the last match that I am aware of, I didn't see anything tweeted by Tony Khan within the last hour, so I think we're pretty safe for matches. But he did tweet something a few hours ago. Danhausen versus Toni Nese has been added to Dynamite tonight.
I feel bad for Tony Nese. I really do. He's such a good wrestler. I unlike the fans, I could care less about Danhausen. It's just a gimmick. Like he's literally just a walking gimmick. So I'm not excited for this match in any way. I'm just going to be ready when it's over. So I have no expectations and I just don't care about this match.
This match gets my official pee break of the night match. I have less interest in this match than anything else on this card. I would rather listen to JR give me barbecue recipes.
Agreed.
So yeah, Danhausen, I don't get what people see in this guy at all.
Comedy, I guess. That's what people are
It's
seeing.
not funny.
Maybe not to you.
Chris Jericho
But-
is funny. Yes,
but-
but you see, as I have said in the past, the only opinion that matters to me about wrestling is my own. And don't get me wrong. Look, anyone who buys a ticket, goes into these stands, sits in the seat, can cheer for whoever on earth they want to. That's completely fine. They all want to cheer for Danhausen, that's fine. I don't have to.
Agreed.
Yes. I think Danhausen is an idiot, and I don't understand the love for him.
Yeah, same. I don't get. I don't get it. But hey, you know what?
I don't get this character at all.
Maybe it's like gonna be a 5-minute match, not even. So
maybe it's just I'm an old Gen X guy or something, and I just don't get it. But maybe this is like memes. You know, I just don't quite understand them. I don't know. But yeah, I love Tony Nese. He's a great wrestler. So I'm just hoping Tony Nese kills him, but we know that's not going to
No,
happen.
exactly.
Yep. Okay, so that is tonight's Dynamite card. Did we want to talk a little bit about the tournament bracket?
Yeah, we can talk about the tournament bracket and I guess maybe some predictions on there.
Okay.
Do we know if one thing that's kind of up in the air for me in terms of like deciding who I think is going to win is the Joker. I don't
Yep.
know who the Joker is going to be, and is the Joker fighting before um the actual pay-per-view, or is the Joker fighting at the pay-per-view?
Before.
Before the pay-per-view. Okay,
Yes.
so if the Joker was fighting at the pay-per-view, I would have said I'm going to choose a Joker because I would be 100% guaranteeing Kenny Omega's come back as a Joker.
Okay.
That being said, seeing how the Joker is fighting before the pay-per-view, there are a lot of rumors of who the Joker could be. I kind of am hoping it's Cesaro, because I think Cesaro would be such a great addition to just like any wrestling organization, right? But that being said, seeing how I don't know who, like I would just say, oh, okay, find the Joker, but I don't know who's gonna be the Joker in this thing. And you know what? I've totally just glossed over the fact that it could be someone from New Japan as well, right? Who knows who the Joker in this tournament could be? But I also don't think the Joker in the tournament is going to win the tournament. I think the people who are already in it, someone there is going to win. And if I had to put my money on it now, after, as I said earlier, with like Dax and Adam, like if it's not an upset and if Adam does advance, I kind of feel like, you know what? If you don't want to ruin Adam Cole, let him win something. Let him win this tournament, right? Like you don't give him the belt. He's not fighting belts for the belts for anything right now. So why not? So my choice is Adam Cole. I think is gonna come out on top.
Yep. I'm with you because, well, he is part of the Undisputed Elite.
Yes, he is.
And they have to win something.
Exactly. That's my point.
And I think Rey Fenix is going to beat Kyle O'Reilly.
Yes.
So so that eliminates the only other member of the Undisputed Elite in the tournament. So we're going to end up with Rey Fenix versus Cesaro, which is going to be an outstanding match.
Oh yeah, that would okay, that would be awesome. If that was true. If that happens.
Yep, and it is happening. Okay. My predictions are these aren't predictions. These are spoilers.
All right. Okay. Spoiler alert, everyone. Yep. Spoiler alert.
And Darby Allen versus Adam Cole. Mm-hmm. Cole wins that. Cole beats Cesaro in a hard-fought match.
Yep. And I'm thinking that it will be a hard-fought match, but again, I'm guessing some shenanigans to start a feud with Cesaro and the Undisputed Elite will play into that into Cole's win as well, right?
Which of course means that Cesaro is joining the Blackpool Combat Club.
Oh, that would be
and they're going to go off against the Elite.
So they'll forget about the Julia Hart story, hopefully.
Well, no, that'll just be out there with House of Black somewhere. Okay, speaking of Julia Hart and the women's division, there's a women's tournament too.
Yep.
What do you think? There's a Joker in this tournament as well.
There is, but again, I'm going to state the Jokers aren't winning anything here. The Jokers are going to be big debuts, but I don't think the Joker's winning anything. In this tournament, like I think it's going to come down to Rio advanced, right? Mm-hmm. And I think is Britt in this tournament as well?
Yes, she's fighting the Joker.
Yeah, I'm thinking Britt. It's going to be Britt versus Rio, and from the last matches, remember the whole thing about Britt not being able to defeat Rio, not being able to do this and stuff like that. I think it's gonna come back and potentially, you guys, it's gonna be my prediction. I don't think Britt's gonna win it. I think it's gonna be Rio coming on top, but that's my prediction. How about you?
Okay, I've got Toni Storm winning the tournament.
Why Toni Storm?
Well, she's going to fight Britt Baker and she's going to win because Jamie Hayter somehow is going to screw it all up, and then there's going to be a feud between Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter because they've been waiting to break up for a while. So that puts Storm into the final. Hakara Sheeta is going to come out of the other side after beating Red Velvet and Rio.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to get Hakara Sheeta versus Toni Storm. Toni Storm's going to win, and Sheeta's going to snap.
She's going to go heel, is what you're saying.
Oh, absolutely. Well, she'll be the heel in that match anyway. Okay. So she's going to go full-blown heel after that.
Okay.
She's going to have learned some things from all of her fights recently.
with Serena Deeb.
You got it.
Interesting. Maybe. Hey, we're gonna find out. I'm very curious again to find out who these jokers are. I'm just concerned that Tony Khan likes hyping stuff, and then he likes over promising and under delivering. In any world, we know that you shouldn't do that, right? You want to do the opposite, right?
So the Joker against Samoa Joe is going to be that guy he tried to introduce the other night, whose name continuously slips my mind because I don't care about him at all.
Satnam Singh.
Yeah, him.
Yeah. That's exactly what it's going to be like, and that's what's going to totally disappoint me if that happens. And that's why the only thing I'm looking forward to again is eventually my boy Kenny Omega is going to come back and he's going to win Wrestler of the Year again. So you know what, things are going to be looking better soon. But those are my predictions for the tournament. Those are my predictions for this evening.
Yep.
And I guess we'll see in a couple minutes what's going to happen.
You got it. We will be there, and we will join the rest of you after tonight's Dynamite.
We'll talk to you guys soon.
And we're back. Hello there again, everyone, and welcome back to One Winged Wrestling. We have now watched AEW Dynamite, and we're here to give you our thoughts. Krishna.
Yeah.
We opened the show.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, I'm interrupting.
I was going to say, yeah, well, we opened the show about as we expected with Adam Cole versus Dax Harwood.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, you know what? I guess I shouldn't be surprised. They always do open the show with a good match, and this was a good match. It was what I expected. Like I expected the match. Did not expect the ending. so Cole, as you said, Cole was gonna win. I said this could have been a surprise. We'll talk about the surprise later on, but we thought this, if there was gonna be a shocker of a win, it was gonna be this one. It wasn't. Cole won. It was a great back and forth match. Like these guys are pretty quick. Like I never give FTR too much credit because I'm always like they're old school wrestlers. They have a certain way of wrestling, but they both can actually wrestle really well and they adapt to everyone's styles. And yeah, I was shocked that not shocked. I think I was shocked at a tap out from the sharpshooter, because this being the Owen Hart tournament, right? A little ode to Owen, a little ode to Brett as well. But overall, this was a good match. I actually really like this match. How about you?
Wow.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, no, this match was a masterpiece set up for storytelling.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, let's just get to the point you said, and you've mentioned this before. FTR keeps surprising you. You keep calling them old school wrestlers, and then they surprise you. What they've done is they've taken that old school, hard hitting, good holds, sharp holds kind of style, and they've updated it to this era. So you're getting that style of wrestling with guys that can keep up with the Adam Coles. They can keep up with the Ray Phoenixes. They can keep up with all these guys, right? Combine that with Adam Cole tonight, though.
Agreed.
You had a match that started off back and forth, Adam Cole, cockiness, that kind of stuff. Then he wings Harwood into that ring post, into the rib, and that rib became the story of the match, right? He was holding it, he sold it, there was some really good stuff where they came back. It's some of the moves in this were insane. I love Harwood's slingshot powerbomb, that where they started doing all the near falls back and forth, and I'm not surprised he won with the sharpshooter, because the sharpshooter wrenches the rib.
Yep, you're right.
It told the story right up to there, right up to, the whole the Owen Hart tournament, finishing it with the sharpshooter. It was just so good. The holds were so good. The back and forth was so good. The story was so good. The speed of the match was so good. I loved this match.
Yeah, no, I agree. It was a great match, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was your match of the night. But yeah, it was a fantastic match.
Well, we shall have to find out, won't we? Because there was an awful lot of Dynamite after this, wasn't there?
There was a lot of matches.
Yeah, because that next up was a Darby Allen Jeff Hardy promo.
Oh my goodness, yeah. So again, I was kind of. iffy about this because I was like, okay, what's the need of doing a pro? I get it. They wanted to hype the main event because this was going to be the main event. And I think this is where they announced that it was anything goes, right? Kind of no holds
Yeah,
barred.
they
Yeah.
requested it, but they wanted it to be,
Yeah.
and then later in the night they made it official. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but yeah, I thought it was interesting, a nice little build up to that. But yeah, I again thought it wasn't I the promo itself didn't blow me away. It's kind of like okay, that's good kind of thing.
there's two lines in this promo that I want
Mhm.
us to remember later on tonight when we discuss that match. One, nobody wants to watch Jeff Hardy and me trade headlocks. And two, they want to see us go to the hospital.
Yeah,
I'm just going to leave it at
yeah,
that for now.
yeah.
We can get back to those lines later.
Later,
Yes, because now we had Hangman come out and do commentary
commentary. Yep,
for the CM Punk
John Silver.
and John Silver match.
That's right.
That's right. So, what did you think first of CM
Well,
Punk's
for
entrance?
first off, like I had said in the beginning, like CM Punk's probably going to be playing the heel, which he clearly did. When he walked out with the Islanders jersey, I knew that immediately when I saw 91. I'm like, is he wearing a Tavares jersey? Because he wasn't turning around, and he just kept looking, and the crowd was like, he was getting the crowd to cheer him. They were cheering, and then he turned around and he saw John Tavares's name on the jersey. And for anyone listening who doesn't know, Tavares actually was the overall pick for the New York Islanders. He was kind of like their I want to say savior slash like he was supposed to lead them to promised land. And when he got his first chance to leave, he left and signed with Toronto Maple Leafs, so his hometown. So he's pretty much for the first couple of years he's hated, and he's still hated in New York. So the fact that CM Punk wore the John Tavares jersey to the ring was just hilarious. And I think what was funnier to me was the announcers, I guess, didn't get the update on what he was doing. So you can tell later on in the match they got clued in. Hey, by the way, that's the guy who left Long Island, because they're like, oh, look at CM Punk. He's sporting a New York Islanders jersey, but they didn't really catch on to the fact that it was someone who had totally betrayed the Long Island. So I loved it. I thought it was so funny. I the match itself, exactly what I said. It was going to be John Silver coming out doing his like just throwing everything he could at CM Punk. But CM Punk, like this match to me was so great because again, the match itself was great. CM Punk and John Silver can go. The stories, as we talked about, I was telling, like first off, are we're going down the route of making CM Punk the biggest heel. I'm so confused if Hangman was supposed to be the heel or if CM Punk's going to be the heel, but it kind of feels like it's going to be CM Punk being the heel when he versus Hangman Page, because that ending when he just uses the buckshot lariat to, to take out John Silver for the win. These
Yeah,
are things that we normally don't see, right? Like normally the person will kick out because it's not their finisher or what have you. But I was happy when I saw. I was like, wow, good job, CM Punk. This was a good match, and it's just now built that match for what's the pay per view again? I keep forgetting the pay per view's
double
name.
or nothing.
Double or nothing. Double or nothing. With CM Punk versus Hangman. And yeah, you can tell they're trying to give Hangman like the biggest push because I'm gonna say, Bill, I don't think Punk is winning that match, but it's basically there to make Hangman like the biggest baby face. But you know what? We'll see when we get there. What do you think about this match?
Oh, I love the match. I mean, just straight, you could tell when Punk came out, the look on his face when he had the
Smug.
jersey on. He's like looking at the jersey, almost giving it like, "Hey guys, look, I'm wearing your
Mm-hmm,
jersey,"
mm-hmm.
right? And you could just tell by the look. Anyone who knows CM Punk knew that was his "I'm screwing with your face." So yeah, that was awesome. The Tavares jersey, right down to kill my music,
Yeah,
and he just walks backwards with the
yeah,
Tavares jersey down the ramp. He does all the same gestures he would do with his entrance with zero music, right?
yep.
It was just ultimate sort of heel tactics. You don't get my music, you don't get to sing along to anything. I'm just going to get in the ring with your traitor's jersey on, right? And set the stage for John Silver.
Yep. And John still got
And
the pop.
he gave John Silver so much in this match. I mean, Silver
Yeah.
had so many good moments, right? Um, yeah, I really loved it. And the winning with the buckshot lariat was just the icing on the cake, right? Because I don't think we're going to get a one guy heel, one guy face promo at Double or Nothing. They've both healed it up a bit. So
Yeah.
what I really think we're going to get, and I think the promo coming up after this solidifies that, what I really think we're just going to get is a good match between two guys that the fans love both guys, and they're both going to give hell to each other. And that's great. And then CM Punk will beat Adam Page, and the world will be a great place because CM Punk will have the title.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, yeah, the promo afterwards where Punk
Yeah.
was kind of like, he remembers. Obviously, it's not like they forgot that Long Island hated him when he was facing MJF, and he brought that up as well. Kind of like, you people
Mhm.
cheer for MJF, like let's
Mhm.
just bring that up. Like, I like that. I do think that this is good. It's like this is a great build. And yeah, you're right. I thought this match was great as well. I thought this was a good match. I thought that it did what it had to do to progress the story. And yeah, I'm getting more and more excited for their match at Double or Nothing.
Yeah, it should be great. I should also point out that there were still plenty of Punk fans. There was a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah, yeah,
CM Punk
yeah.
chants. It's interesting that they kept trying to play him up, but once you removed MJF from the equation, it's
Then
like
he was, yeah,
this
they loved
crowd
him.
was,
They
yeah, they
loved him.
still
Even
loved him.
even when he turned around with his heel move of walking backwards, the fans were laughing. They were actually
Yeah,
laughing because they love him, and
yep,
they can't believe what he's doing. So yeah, I I
yep.
I, I like that match.
And then we went backstage to where apparently Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, is still trapped with her crew. And we had a very quick promo where she's just like, it's a conspiracy. Why do I have to face the Joker? And Jamie Hayter's going to win.
Yeah, yeah,
Do you have
that's it.
anything to add?
No, that's it.
Okay.
That's it. We can move on.
Can we? Because I'd rather sit here and talk about the Dr. Britt Baker DMD promo for another 15 minutes than move on to the next segment. Next up, we had this next match was a real roller coaster ride for me. So
Same.
we have Danhausen versus Toni Nese. So tell me about your roller coaster.
I was shocked. So straight up, Tony Nese won. Tony Nese destroyed Danhausen in less than 10 seconds, I want to say it was. He
It
just
was
hit him with his
short.
move, and that was it. Done. I was like, wait, what's happening right now? And then he just kept on beating down. And the minute he kept beating him up is when I knew what was going to happen. Like I knew exactly what was going to happen when Hook came out and so forth. So I'm kind of like, so was Danhausen the gimmick? What's his purpose? I'm so confused still. So he came in. I'm so happy that Tony Nese won. He needed that win. And I love the fact that like Mark Sterling was like, you didn't even get an entrance. How do you feel about that? And right? And he
Yeah.
attacked him again. But yeah, I thought it was so funny when Danhausen lost. I was like, yes. And then when Hook came out, I was like, well, whatever. Right. And that was it. I was like, okay, they shook hands. They're friends now. Oh, okay. People were saying Hookhausen or whatever it's called. But
Yeah.
yeah, the match itself, I loved it because Tony Nese just destroyed Danhausen in 10 seconds. Everything afterwards, I was like, meh, I can leave it. I don't care. How about you?
Yep. You pretty much summed it up. I mean, for me, the roller coaster started off with that terrible 70s sitcom theme music Danhausen has, followed by me writing in block caps in my notes, I love this, when Tony Nese just
Destroy.
destroys Danhausen. And the comment about, he got an entrance, you didn't, so he keeps beating him down worse. That was amazing. And then Hook had to come out and ruin it.
Yeah. Yep.
Hook should have offered Danhausen a bag of chips.
He should have. No,
He
he did,
did.
but he did in being
He
believed.
did. No, I know, but he should have done it on the stage. And instead, they've just formed what I'm going to call the Gen Z meme team.
And they called that out. They actually called that out on live TV. They're like Danhausen's like a walking meme, and he
Yeah,
was saved
and
by another one. So I'm like, okay, they
yeah,
called it
and
out.
that's really what they are. This is why you hear a lot of cheering because I think it's anybody under the age of 30 in the audience. because I just don't get why these guys are popular, and that's probably because I'm an old Gen Z guy or Gen X guy. Gen Z, like I'm an old Gen X guy.
Yeah.
These guys make no sense to me.
Yeah. I
So,
agree. I agree.
give me Toni Nese all day. Anyway.
Same.
And then we move on to more people that make no sense to me. We have the Wardlow. Well, MJF makes sense to me, but Wardlow MJF contract signing. But first, what did you think of their Dark Side of the Ring
I
intro
thought it was funny
segment?
because when it started up, I thought, wait, did they break to a commercial during
I
MJF's
thought the
entrance?
same thing.
And I'm like, did they totally mess this up? And then when you hear Jericho start reading about MJF, I was like, okay, this is just basically a mockery of Dark Side of the Ring. And then, of course, we know that Jericho does the voiceovers for Dark Side. So when he was like, wait, this is about MGF. I'm not going to talk about this guy, right? I hate that guy. And he's like, wait, how much is he paying me? All right, so let's go. Sure.
That was great.
So yeah, that was hilarious. Besides that, it was just a regular MJF kind of promo, and then a regular kind of Wardlow kind of beat him up kind of thing happening. Not I did like the whole when he was like, I'm gonna whip him 10 times, and he counts to 9, and then he goes, Sean Spears.
Yeah.
And he does the 10, perfect 10. That was kind of funny. Besides that, it's just like, I get it. There's pandering to the fans. I totally understand it, but man, I'm so like past this. I'm like, just can we end this storyline as soon as possible? I'm kind of bored now, right? I don't really need to know anymore. MJF kind of saying the guy in the back doesn't want me to talk about 2024, and then him talking about Cody Rhodes and stuff like that. MJF, I don't care about these things, right? So to me, I was like, it was by the numbers, MJF. Nothing shocking. The funniest part was the little promo at the beginning of Dark Side of the Ring. But pretty much everything that I thought was going to happen, like Wardlow beating up all the people, happened. So I was like, okay, whatever, sure.
Yeah. This segment went about like I thought it would. MJF hasn't been interesting or relevant to me since the CM Punk feud.
Yeah.
I am bored to death
Same.
with him.
Same.
I am really tired of his 2024 crap.
Yep.
It's like,
Same.
you really want to go to WWE so bad? Go.
Yeah,
go join Cody. I don't care. Guess what?
Yeah.
There's a million guys in this company that can take your place at this point. Yeah, you can talk. You're good in the ring. We have a million guys that can talk and are good in the ring.
Yep.
Maybe not quite as well as you, but I am so bored of him at
right?
this point.
Okay.
Wardlow has just killed his momentum completely. He might as well have done a powerbomb symphony on MJF's career in AEW. It's just, I'm bored out of my skull.
Same.
Every single one of the best part of that whole thing was Chris Jericho and the Dark Side of the Ring segment.
Yeah.
I mean, because he knows how to sports entertain.
Exactly.
As we will continue to discuss later. But I don't care. Always going to be whipped 10 times. What is this? Cody Rhodes Part 2?
Yes, exactly.
I don't care. Cage match with Sean. Oh, my other favorite part of the whole thing was Sean Spears with the thing you pointed out. Yeah. I loved that moment. I laughed out loud. Do you know what Sean Spears needs to do to make his career relevant again? Go join the sports entertainers.
Yeah, get away from MJF.
He would be amazing with Jericho's group right now.
Yeah,
because he is that ridiculous.
Yeah, agreed.
So he would fit in with them anyway. Yeah, that's. I've talked way too much about a segment that bored the heck out of me. So let's just move on.
Yeah.
Because next up, we had Jungle Boy and Ricky Starks.
Mm-hmm.
And you said at the beginning that this was going to be your match of the night. So tell me about it.
It was exactly what I thought. I'm actually happy. Happy's okay. You know what? Let me talk about some of the match first, and then I'll get to what I didn't like. I was happy it basically went the way I thought it was going to be. Like, Jungle Boy is so talented. Like, I can't even, and this is not taking anything away from Ricky Starks, but there's just something about Jungle Boy. He's so, you can't hate this guy for anything. And he's such a good wrestler, and he just seems to be getting better and better. When we talk about like great wrestlers, he's one of these guys that can go head to head with anybody. right? And make that match interesting and fun to watch. Same with Ricky Starks. Ricky Starks, I don't think, as you said earlier, let's get rid of that FTW championship. Get rid of that. Let's just have you get a real championship and move on. I didn't like the ending. I didn't like the ending. Like, I didn't like the fact that Jungle Boy lost. It's not like the fact that he lost. It was how he lost, right? The whole, oh, the referee's out. The referee's distracted. Jungle Boy got the pin, but not really. Ricky Starks kind of comes back and pins him. And it was Swerve Strickland's fault, right? I didn't like that. Also, the whole Christian thing. Sometimes I feel like AEW forgets what they did last week, and then they kind of like just say, you know what, that didn't work. Let's just forget it and move on. The whole with Christian calling Jungle Boy a loser and everything like that. And then he comes out after he loses the match and just gives him hugs. I'm like, okay, are they good again? Is everything okay here? Like, what's happening? And then the whole stare down, the 6-man tag stare down, which is obviously what's going to happen at the pay-per-view. I was like, okay, great. You guys need to build this more, because I still don't care. I don't care about this match. Like, yeah, do I think it'll be a great match at the pay-per-view? Yeah, great. Do I care about this match right now? No, not one bit. So even on terms of like I don't care about like the Wardlow match with same thing. I just don't care about these matches. So they need to build a little bit more. But overall, I love this match. I thought it was great. I thought it was giving me everything I wanted up until the ending, where again shenanigans happen. What about you?
Yeah, no, I have very similar reaction again. These two guys can go.
Yep.
And I really enjoyed watching them go. Starks catching that swinging DDT, and then Jungle Boy reverses the move again. I was just like, holy crap, the reversal on the Rochambeau. I was just, these guys are so good.
Yep, I agree.
And I was really enjoying the match. And then Swerve Strickland walked out, and there went the match.
And match ruined.
However, I liked the Christian thing at the end.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they've forgotten anything. I think that's part of the story. I think what that was a thing where the crowd was starting to cheer when he walked up to him, right? There was some tension. And then he just hugs Jungle Boy. You know, I think that Christian Cage, I think there was something going through his head there, and that's what they were trying to convey.
Long-term storytelling. Yeah.
Long-term storytelling. Something's going to happen eventually that, because it's Christian Cage, I won't care about, but there's still a story here at the very least. So, yeah, no, it's I'm intrigued. I want to see where it's going, but you know what I'm not intrigued about? A 6-man tag at the pay-per-view, because you nailed it. What's the story here?
What's going on? Yeah, why?
Are we all just supposed to swerve in his glory, or what's going on?
Yeah, I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, great. There's going to be 6 guys who can all go in the ring.
Yep.
Cool. I'm sure the match will be fine, unless it's filled with shenanigans.
Yeah.
But anyway, speaking of shenanigans, next we had the Jericho Appreciation Society victory. See, I can't even get the words out without laughing. The Jericho Appreciation Society victory celebration. Did you catch the kid at the beginning singing along to Judas?
No, I didn't.
Okay, yeah, there was a kid at ringside and he was singing, let me go, let me go, let me go, let me go there. And I'm like, you know, if you're going to sing the lyrics and you're going to put the person on TV, at least you could get the lyrics right.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's you think after hearing the song week after week after week with the fans screaming it, you'd know the words by now, but it's okay. Anyway, what did you think?
Yeah, I thought it was funny. It was hilarious. You know, the whole I love Daniel Garcia every week just says 1 or 2 lines and always makes me laugh. You know what happens when sports entertainers fight wrestlers? We beat them up, right? And they kept going and they were just being obnoxious, which I love. I guess I was like, when I heard Moxley's music hit, I'm like, whoa, are we starting a new feud with the JAS versus the Blackpool Combat Club? I'm like, I'm down for this. Like, I'm ready. And I love how Brian comes out and so does Yuta. And they're like, I guess you guys can't count. There's 3 of you and there's still 5 of us. Right? Like, kind of bring it. And then we knew what was going to happen. We knew Eddie Kingston was going to be back. We knew that it was just going to be a beatdown. And And yeah, I just thought William Regal outside trying to punching Jericho in the face as well. I was like, okay, I think they're starting a feud with them. I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna feud with Blackpool Combat Club. But my here's my problem. It's now 6-on-5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is the JAS gonna recruit someone else?
Sean Spears.
That would be awesome if they recruit
See,
Sean.
that
There you
would
go.
be awesome.
There you go. That kind of rounds out what we were saying earlier. But yeah, you know what? They sports entertain me, so I'm happy about this segment. Honestly, Jericho, this is like the inner circle was getting so boring. This is one of the greatest like changes for him. I love it. Like I don't know why I even question this guy. He knows exactly what he's doing, and it's absolutely hilarious. So I'm in for the JAS.
Yeah, and shout out to Daddy Magic for his opening bit there. That I just died laughing. And the fact that he has to scream everything
Yeah.
at the top of his lungs like he's some 1980s Ultimate Warrior wannabe or something. It's just everything is just screaming into the mic
Yeah.
about his hard nipples, and
Yeah, I was
pretty
like, what is he
great.
talking? You know what
Yeah.
really gets me going?
And Jericho going on about being a wizard now because he threw
Yeah.
just
He
threw
threw fire.
fireball in his
I'll throw
face.
fireball at you.
Jericho 216 says, "I just burned your face."
And he was
guys are
like,
great.
come on. He goes, I was born here too, but I got out quick because it sucks here.
Yeah, it was a perfect sports entertainment style
I loved
segment.
it.
That was funny because it was so tongue in cheek. But then, oh man, the Blackpool Combat Club coming out, I loved it. So I've said this from the beginning. You know who would be the perfect foil to the Jericho Appreciation Society?
Blackpool
Is the
Combat Club.
Blackpool
Yeah.
Combat Club. So
Agreed.
yeah, I really want to see that because it's so funny. And I like seriously when William Regal decked Chris Jericho. I marked out just a little inside. That was pretty great. It was pretty great. Oh, I also wanted to give a quick call out to the worst sign of the night that was in the background during that segment.
But
Send the Young Bucks to wrestling school. Unless, of course, that sign meant because they need to teach everybody how to wrestle.
How to wrestle,
properly.
exactly.
Yeah, because I mean that would be the only reason I could see the Young Bucks having to go to a wrestling.
That was
school.
probably Jim Cornette that was in the audience holding
It probably was.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, the other thing too is they really need to talk to the makeup guy.
Oh,
because John Moxley, or not John Moxley, Eddie Kingston.
Yeah, I saw that.
Face,
I was
bright red face.
I was like, is that orange? What's going on right now?
It's been 2 weeks since you got burned. One, if the burn is that bad, it should still have some kind of bandage on it because you don't want to be exposing that to air.
Yeah.
2, bright red 2 weeks later, you really might want to go to a hospital.
Yeah.
Because your burn is a lot worse than you thought it was. Anyway,
ridiculous.
So yeah, ridiculous. So then we get to the Serena Deeb and Thunder Rosa segment.
In terms, yeah. So this is the little promo that they had going on where everyone was talking about Serena Deeb and what she brings. I like how they're building her up as I said before, like almost like the Bret Hart heel. Like she has taken control of her destiny basically, and she's decided that she wants the women's championship and she's gonna get it any way she wants, right? And then of course they tried to show Thunder Rosa she's the fighting champion, she's not gonna back down. I was like, okay, like here's my problem with this thing. I know how great Serena Deeb is, I know how great Thunder Rosa is, but when I don't see them wrestle, I kind of lose interest in it, right? So I'm like, great, yeah, I know this. You can give me a good promo, but if I'm not seeing you wrestle, either one of you don't have to wrestle each other. I kind of lose interest. And I get it. Deeb is probably injured a little bit from that shot to the eye she took. So I'm not surprised. But why did I miss something? When did Thunder Rosa defend her belt recently?
She's the women's version of Hangman.
Okay, just wants to call that out. Okay, but yeah, I just thought it was okay. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, I like the fact. I found it kind of funny that last week we talked about how just completely off the rails the whole promo segment was between the two of them, and so this week they really didn't use either one of them. They just got like Jim Ross, Tony Schiavone. They did all the talking about them, right? And Dustin Rhodes, which I thought was really good in this segment.
Yeah.
So as Thunder Rosa's trainer, Thunder Rosa, you just don't talk. I'm good. Anyway, it was. I thought it was really good. I really want to see the match, but you're right. I would also like to see these two wrestling regularly
Yeah.
because, I mean, we've noticed that with the women too, that we're just standing around in the back for weeks, right?
Hmm.
We had Toni Storm and Jamie Hayter just standing
Standing.
around in the back for weeks.
Yeah.
Anyway, then of course, speaking of Jamie Hayter, we moved to the 9:30 spot of death that the women always get slotted into. I don't understand why every single week the women's match has to be slotted at
9:30.
9:30, which is the lowest rated segment every single week.
Yeah.
So we get,
Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I was just gonna say we get one women's match. It's at 9:30. So we had Toni Storm versus Jamie Hayter.
Yeah. And this match, I must admit, better than I thought it was going to be. And I'm kind of thinking, as I was watching this match, I was thinking to myself, has Toni Storm gotten better? Or is this Jamie Hayter carrying this match? Because I'm looking at some of the moves that was happening. Like for example, the roll up stuff like that. It's that kind of like the slam she did outside on the apron. I was like, holy crap, right? I'm like, that has to hurt. Then they do the superplex from the top of the rope, and it almost seems she was going into another thing and, until it was reversed. And I was like, okay, this is actually pretty entertaining. Then Toni Storm completely botched the finish. I was like, what the hell is that? Did she just fall backwards with that spike pile driver? Right? I was like, okay, I guess that. And this is why I asked the question. The match was good, but was it good because of Jamie Hayter carrying it? And is it one of those things where it would have been way better if Toni Storm was more? She's 13-year vet though. That's what they said today. Having more ring time because maybe she just needs to. I don't know what it is. Get that rust out. But like, yeah, that botch and some of the like the missed moves. I'm like, I kind of felt that was on Storm, not Hayter. I don't normally see Hayter making mistakes like that, right? So overall, I'm like, okay, botches, whatever, better than I expected, but still not, you know, great or anything like that. It was good. It was good.
Yeah, I enjoyed the match. Well, up until the end.
Yes.
I actually thought Toni Storm did better in this match than she has in a while. I don't think it's entirely just Hayter carrying her because there were some really good, like you could see some of the reversals she did, some of the headlocks, just some of the moves in general. Her selling was good. So it wasn't just, I mean, they did mention she was a 13-year ring vet, but they also pointed out she started in the business when she was 13.
Okay, got it.
So she's only 26.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So she's young. She's got room to grow. And there's definitely potential there. I mean, like I said, I think she's good, but she's not great.
Yep.
Jamie Hayter, on the other hand, she's really good.
She's good. She's good.
Yeah, and this match, yeah, I know, like those moves, like it just wow. I did really like Toni Storm's spinning DDT.
Yeah.
The move so nice she did it twice. But no, it was and seriously, does anybody win with a crossbody off the top?
No,
never. But no, I thought it was a really good match. I was really into it. There was I found it was a bit of a rest hold segment during the commercial break. It was an awful lot of just lying around with headlocks on. But the finish, what the heck was that?
I don't know. I don't know.
That was it just looked like a total botch to me. And man, props to the commentators for covering that up. Like, oh, she hit the Storm Zero. Yeah. And it's like, no, she looks like she fell over with Jamie Hayter into what looked like sort of a pile driver.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it looked pretty bad. But beyond the finish, I was impressed with the match right up till that point. Then I went, oh, you guys kind of blew it. But yeah, no, I it actually exceeded my expectations. So that's a good thing. Then we got the two promos. Scorpio Sky, Frankie Kazarian promoting Rampage this Friday.
For the TNT match, which was, I get it. I guess they're turning Scorpio Sky good now because I kind of got the hint that he owes it, like he respects Frankie and he's gonna give him this match because he's earned it and stuff like that. Then the follow up with Frankie talking and then being interrupted by what's his face, Sammy. I'm like, I love the fact he calls it out like he's like you're annoying, right? And your vlog sucks kind of thing, right? So
Your
I thought,
blog sucks.
but yeah, I thought it was okay. I mean,
Yeah.
we know it's going to be a good match. These guys are good wrestlers. They've been tag team partners for such a long time, and now they're facing off each other. It's going to be a good match. I do think that Scorpio Sky is going to retain, but good on Frankie for getting some screen time besides dark matches.
Right, and I think that there's going to be shenanigans, and Sky is going to retain because Sammy Guevara is going to interfere and start a feud with Kazarian.
Oh, okay. That's probably exactly what's going to happen. No, I
Yeah,
agree with
no,
that.
I liked both promos. I like what they've done with Scorpio Sky. It was clear the crowd was behind him against Sammy. They did a masterful job building that up,
Mhm.
and now he is going to go on kind of a, he was referencing SCU and stuff again. So I think it's very interesting where they're going with him again.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Then Excalibur took a giant breath in and exhaled about 300 matches in about 3 seconds.
When they flew through it, I was like, did they just announce like 10 matches at once?
Yeah,
Like
pretty much, including Hookhausen on the buy-in for Double or Nothing.
double or nothing.
Oh,
Um,
good.
then they announced like the Brit versus the Joker next week, right?
Yes, yeah. Next
Um,
week is what did they call it? Wild Card
Wild Card
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
And and then I think we almost got a guarantee that Cesaro's showing up because it's a Samoa Joe versus the Joker next week. I'm like, oh, interesting how they're doing this. So this is where Samoa Joe is going to lose. Obviously, he's not losing his belt, so who cares?
Yeah.
So this is where he loses, and this is where Cesaro makes his entrance. So
Pound for
I'm excited
pound,
for
the
that.
strongest wrestler on the
Oh
face of the planet.
yeah, 100%. I can't wait to see him. He's been off of TV for a long time, and he is pound for pound the strongest wrestler ever. So
Yes. Yep. No, I can't wait either. And now it's time for the main event. Jeff Hardy versus Darby Allen.
yeah, what to say about what do you say about this match? Besides, it was one of the craziest matches I've ever seen. No blood, no blood. I
Mm-hmm.
point out, you don't
Yeah.
need blood even if you're going extreme, which is what this match was. This match shocked me. I loved every bit of this match. I couldn't believe what I was watching when Darby. I literally wrote down, "Oh my god, Darby!" When he jumped off when he did the Swanton bomb off of the ladder that was inside the ring onto the chairs he had set up, and Jeff tried to obviously catch him because it's hitting Jeff. I was like, no way he just did that. I could not believe what I was watching. And then the coffin drop on the apron, he readjusted. Jeff moves, hits the apron, right? The coffin drop. Jeff doing the swanton bomb off the top of rope onto outside on top of the steel steps. I was like, what are these guys doing to themselves? I think this was when I said I was shocked. The biggest shocker of this match was when Jeff rolled up Darby after the coffin drop. I was like, what? Whoa, 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 whoa! Jeff Hardy just beats Darby Allen. I could not believe it. Yeah, I this was my match of the night. Just FYI, I'm trying. I tried so hard to like give it to somebody else. Just watching this match, I was like, no, guys, you know what? You deserve it. Just by I know how much pain you're in right now. You have won my match because you've totally shocked me, and I totally didn't even expect that ending. So good on you. I love this match. What do you think?
I wanted to love it. And it's not like there's nothing you said that I disagree with. Those were insane stunts. I was riveted to my screen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bringing you back to those two quotes now. Nobody wants to watch Jeff Hardy and me trade headlocks.
Exactly.
When they hit those chairs on the floor, I kind of went, I kind of
Give me the
wish you
headlock.
guys were just trading headlocks right now, because apparently everyone in the audience wanted to see them go to the hospital.
Yep.
I'm like, that spot,
It's scary.
crazy, big stunt, dangerous as heck. The way
Yep.
Darby came down on those chairs, I was like, oh my God, is
He's
he
hurt.
alive?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and it wasn't that like wrestling holy kind of thing. It was me actually going, oh my God, is this guy legit okay?
Yep.
And there's kind of a line, right? There's like, safe stunts, because every move in the ring is dangerous, right? You get the wrong guy at the wrong point doing the wrong thing, and look what happened to Big E,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, anything can happen to anyone on any given night, right? But it's almost like these guys were asking for it tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Jeff Hardy built his reputation on these kinds of matches with these kinds of stunts, and he seems hell-bent and determined to outdo himself. It's like he's watched Sting do a bunch of crazy stuff recently, and he's like, I can do that
Yeah.
too. Okay. And Darby Allen, you know what? I love Darby Allen. That guy can go in the ring. He needs a new outfit, but the guy can go in the ring.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's young and he's talented, and I would love to have him have a long career. You can do some crazy stunts and some good high flying wrestling and that kind of stuff without almost killing yourself. Like when I cross that line into legitimate concern for the safety of the wrestlers,
Yeah.
I that's why I can't make this a match of the night for me. I was just too, oh God, these guys really are going to hurt each other.
Yeah.
They really do want to go to the hospital. And, you know, yep, great match. I was surprised as heck by the ending. I mean,
Yeah.
that was a good ending. Coffin drop and into the roll up, and
Into the
like
roll
Jeff
up, yeah.
Hardy wins. Look, obviously, these two guys, they love the fact they did this match. I can bet you money it was a special night for Darby Allen. Um, so it went well. It went well. So hey, and I'm sure that 98% of the fans watching it love you did. It was your match of the
I loved
night.
it. Yeah.
Yep,
I
yep.
enjoyed it.
And I can see why. I really can't. But it was just that level of concern kind of pulled me out of the
Yeah.
match a bit,
Fair enough.
where I was like, oh, guys, please don't go to the hospital. Please
Yep.
don't actually die.
Don't, yeah.
So, yeah, please don't die. Yeah, so that was that match. That was the end of the show, except for when the Elite came out.
Yep, that's right. The stare
Yep.
down that happened, and I
Mhm.
love how they called out, oh, the Bucks are staring down the Hardy Boys. I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe this is a match I wanted to see like 10 years ago, but it is. You know what am I saying? It'll be an awesome match. The Bucks are in it. Why am I even like concerned? But yeah, you can tell Caesar planted. Like, I guess at the pay-per-view it's going to be the Bucks versus the Hardys, because it's definitely not happening at the Forbidden Door. And I think it's like I guess the pay-per-view with Adam Cole would be the one who's facing off for the finals, right? For the
Right.
Owen Hart tournament. So
Mhm.
that would leave that Red Dragon. So I wonder if instead of, okay, this is gonna sound terrible, but I wonder if instead of if a 6-man tag, it's gonna be 8-man tag with Red Dragon versus Swerve and that other guy. I'm full of forgetting his name right now. Keith Lee, and Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus, and obviously Ricky Starks and Hobbs. I feel like that's the match where the belts will change, and it'll change in favor of Red Dragon, hopefully, but we'll see. The part of me is saying yes, it will, and part of me saying no, because something is telling me they're like Adam Cole and the Red Dragon are not going to win anything, because they're going to be contending for the trios titles eventually, right? So part of me is saying that I don't know if it's going to happen, but then again, Jungle Boy, and as you said, what if Christian screws them out at the pay-per-views of the titles, right? Like, I mean, like, put it on somebody else. Put it on somebody else now. Like, they've had it for a while. Like, give it to somebody else. They're not really doing much with it anyways. So may as well put it on somebody else. But yeah, the stare down was great. So many stories they can tell, so many ways they can go. And Kenny's not even back yet. So, there's so many things. Like, it makes me forget about MJF and the nonsense that's happening. So, like, overall, tonight's show, I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Was it Omega level? No, it was not. But it was a very, very good show. And it's keeping me entertained, sports entertained, and I am looking forward to what's going to happen next week. So, how about you?
Well, first I'm going to tell you my match of the night.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
My match of the night was the opener, Adam Cole versus Dax Harwood.
Fair.
I am a sucker for storytelling in matches, and they did it perfectly.
Yep.
You know, the rib played such a role in that whole match. The wrestling was just so good. You know, the finish was great and unexpected. Love
Unexpected.
unexpected finishes. It was as unexpected as the last one, maybe
Yep.
more so.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it just that's my kind of wrestling. I loved every minute of it. I was glued to that match. So yeah, that was my match of the night.
Fair enough. Can't
Um,
argue that.
what do I think? I can sum it up in my phrase of the night: needed more elite. But I'll say that every
Agreed.
single week,
Agreed.
until Kenny comes back.
Yep.
But no, overall, no, it was a great show. I really enjoyed myself. There was a bit of a lull in the middle
Mm-hmm.
there.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it picked up again once we had the Jericho Appreciation Society out, but there was a bit of a lull there in the middle with all the MJF and meme team 2022, and it just, yeah, that kind of stuff. Ugh.
Yeah.
Like, can we give those segments to a couple of really good women wrestlers or something? Just have them go,
I,
like, why didn't we get a Serena Deeb match in there or
I don't
something?
know, and that's the whole
Like,
thing, right? I don't understand why we just don't put in a couple more. Like, yeah, you know what? I mean, Dynamite is like kind of jam packed. We know this already. It's 2 hours, which is great. I don't want them to change it. It's just that everything just goes at like a mile a minute. So I guess that's why they have to put these like smaller videos in. But maybe cut some videos, throw in an extra match, like throw in. I don't care about the Danhausen squash match. Great for Toni Nese, but like throw in a deep match. Like let her go and squash some other wrestler, right? Um,
right.
like do something like that. But
Something relevant. I
yeah,
mean, the whole Danhausen thing just feels like something that should be on Dark.
yeah,
You
agreed,
know, if you want to build up some minor feud for a pre-show, put it on Dark and build your pay-per-view matches on the flagship show.
agreed.
You
Yep.
know, Tony, if you're listening, take some advice from us because, needs more elite. We want more elite. We want more solid matches. We want less shenanigans.
give
Unless it
us,
has to do with the Jericho Appreciation
yeah, give
Society.
us the elites. We want the elites.
Yes, we go where the elite goes.
That's right. And with that, Bill, when I close off the show for tonight,
Yep. And as the great one always says, goodbye, good night, bang.
good night, everyone. See you next week.